Your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Tasmanians are excited for an easing of restrictions tomorrow as the state records no new coronavirus cases for the second day in a row. But as life begins to return to some form of normality, the government has issued a stern warning.
New cases of coronavirus are down, the rates of daily testing are up.
534 Tasmanians presented.
That was yesterday. Tomorrow, the state will take its first step on the road to recovery. Funerals will increase from 10 to 20 attendees. TAFE campuses can open for small groups of students. National parks and reserves will be open for residents to exercise within 30 kilometres of their home. And loved ones in aged care facilities will be allowed 2 visitors once a week.
Business across Tasmania is a lot more confident now, understanding the pathway that we have in place now to come out of the crisis phase into recovery.
But it's scenes like this that have left the government frustrated. Crowds pouring out the doors of Kmart in Launceston only 24 hours ago.
I think it's disappointing when people decide that they want to take these types of actions. I don't want to see Tasmanians put at risk. Please pause and have a think. Is it really essential what you're going out to do?
Saying police will have a strong presence in these public areas, ensuring people follow the rules.
We know that we have a pathway for restrictions to ease. However, it's important that we continue to comply with those restrictions.
Of the state's 225 cases, there are 27 active cases and 185 have now recovered from the virus. Garth, BURLEY, 7 Tasmanian News.
It's been a particularly tough Mother's Day for the family of murdered Tasmanian woman Ellie Price. Police are still hunting for Ms Price's boyfriend after she was found dead in her apartment. She's left behind a 4-year-old son. Today, her mother and grandmother shared the pain that's now filling their lives.
Ellie Price's mother and grandmother never thought that this Mother's Day they'd be without their precious girl.
You wake up and it's not a dream.
A nightmare became a reality when police knocked on TRACEY Gangell's door.
The pain is just, you don't think it happens to you, you think it happens to everybody else but not you.
Her bubbly daughter murdered, police now hunting her boyfriend Ricardo Barbaro.
She thought he loved her. You know, where did that love? There was no love there.
Ms Price's body was found in her South Melbourne home last Monday, but police suspect she was killed several days earlier. The 26-year-old grew up in Tasmania and had planned to move back with her 4-year-old son, Mustafa. Her mother says the guilt of not being able to protect Ms Price will haunt her forever.
I feel so bad because mother's supposed to protect their kids and I didn't protect her. I couldn't be there to help her.
Now, the devoted young mother will never get the chance to see her little boy grow up.
She lived for her son so much.
And now we look at Mossy and just look in his eyes and you see Ellie in Mossy.
My heart's just broken into a million pieces for her little boy.
CASSIE, ZERVOS, 7 News.
A dramatic rescue unfolded today after a woman had to be winched from the bottom of a cliff near a popular track outside Hobart. The rescue helicopter performed the delicate operation to rescue the injured walker who was stuck in rocky terrain.
Hovering above the steep rocky cliffs, rescuers lift this woman up to safety. Her foot strapped up tight after a close call down at the bottom of Spectacle Head.
The lady was actually walking on the foreshore and she's had a fall at that location and injured her ankle down there.
The woman in her 40s sustaining non-life-threatening injuries, but initial emergency reports at around midday indicated a situation much worse.
Tas Ambulance received a call regarding a lady who had apparently fallen to the bottom. We're very thankful that what could have been a terrible incident has turned out to be something obviously painful for her, but not as serious as it could have been.
The area posing many dangers.
It is very steep terrain getting down to the bottom and very rocky, and obviously it's subject to the ocean swells also, and there is a bit of swell today.
Police say the whole rescue operation took just over an hour, and due to the difficult access behind me here, the rescue helicopter was the only option to reach the woman.
We wouldn't have been able to lift the lady out manually, so it was a matter of requiring a winch operation to get her from the location.
The woman was taken in a stable condition to the Royal Hobart Hospital. Ruby COMMANE, 7 Tasmania News.
Investigators have determined a blaze which destroyed a house outside New Norfolk was caused by a build-up of birds' nests in a wall cavity near the wood heater flue. Crews arrived to the property's roof fully engulfed at Hayes just after 6 last night. The occupants managed to escape unharmed, with the incident serving as a reminder for the colder months.
I guess it's a good time to get a message out to people that as it's starting to chill off and we're going to stoke up our wood heaters and fires, that we make sure they're properly maintained.
Damage has been estimated at around $300,000. An Australian fundraising event has been held very differently this Mother's Day, but its popularity has reached new heights. The Mother's Day Classic would usually see thousands turn out to take part in Hobart, but instead families have completed the run virtually.
On your marks, get set, go. Gabrielle May and her tribe of 5 taking part in the Mother's Day Classic.
Mother's Day to me is about the love and being grateful as a daughter, and as a mother, the love that I get to give. And so it's just really exciting to be part of something that's bigger than that.
Usually the Hobart Athletic Centre would be packed with participants, but today, because of the pandemic, that's not the case. Despite the challenges, the fun run has seen a surge in popularity.
A totally different format this year round. We have jumped into the virtual event this year, but yeah, it's still bigger and better than ever before.
People previously unable to join in, like Launceston's KATELYN Lamb, donning pink for the pavement.
It's been really cool the last couple of days, seeing everyone doing their own little walks and the different routes that they're taking. But we're still all together, so it doesn't feel like we're distanced, I guess.
Involved virtually alongside thousands of Tasmanians.
We are seeing people all over take part, from people in the middle of the outback to coastal towns to, people living on farms.
Karen WHELAN and her daughter, 2 of them.
I'm going to run 54 laps of my paddock.
Just because it's at home doesn't mean there isn't competition.
We're pretty competitive, but Mum's probably the fastest out of both of us.
I'm going to see if I can beat her and with my 8Ks, if I can do 8Ks in the time she can do 4.
And while it's not breakfast in bed, these mums say they wouldn't have it any other way. Across Australia, it's estimated $1 million will be raised for breast cancer research today. Money to help families have more special days like this one.
So many people are touched by this cause. And for Mother's Day, when it's so much about being grateful and sharing the love.
Louise Hobart, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmanian regional businesses struck by economic hardship amid the coronavirus pandemic are in for a financial boost. A $100,000 support package is set for 12 regional chambers of commerce to keep small businesses alive.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of those communities, and so these smaller chambers of commerce are best placed to be able to provide that on-the-ground support during this difficult time, but also through the recovery period.
Each chamber will receive more than $8,300 each. Breast Screen Tasmania will relaunch its screening services at clinics in Hobart, Launceston and Exeter tomorrow, after services were suspended because of coronavirus. Devonport's service is expected to start again on May 25. Breast Screen says it is contacting women to reschedule cancelled appointments and sending out reminders for those who are due for a test. A 62-year-old man has been taken to the Royal Hobart Hospital after receiving minor injuries from a 2-vehicle crash today. Authorities are investigating the incident, which happened at around 2 o'clock at the intersection of Davey Street and Sandy Bay Road. The man's airbags were deployed and traffic was stopped for a short time. A 7-year-old Launceston boy is putting the pedal to the metal, riding more than 20 kilometres a day to raise money for those sleeping rough. The funds will be used to build sleeping pods, and only 2 weeks in, young Wilfred McKibben has already surpassed his initial target.
Wilfred McKibben is a boy on a mission. The ambitious cyclist is one of a kind. How many other 7-year-olds would decide to ride 150 kilometres for charity?
I'm raising money for the homeless people.
Just as remarkable, he's aiming to reach the target by the end of the month.
His goal was to raise $1,500. He's already reached that target. He's reached $1,800 and he's now increased that to $3,000.
His mountain bike may have gears, but he only knows one speed setting. So far, he's raced past 100 kilometres alongside his mum.
We stop when we need to, we take snacks and drinks and he's actually finding it quite easy.
The money will help welfare groups strike it out, fund new temporary sleeping pods.
And for such a young person to have this initiative and to help the less fortunate, it's just, amazing.
The inspiration coming from the incredible story of a man 93 years his senior.
I saw Tom Moore on the TV and I thought if he can raise money, I can raise money.
WILFRED'S fundraising efforts may be nowhere near the size and scale of Captain Tom, but both share the same message of compassion.
He's realising how lucky that he is to have somewhere warm to be, especially with coronavirus, that we are safe at home.
For more information on how to donate, visit the Pedal for Pods Facebook page. Garth Burley, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening, everyone. Maximum temperatures below average for this time of year, with Launceston and Devonport 14 degrees today and 13 in Hobart and Burnie. Around the state, King Island, St Helens and Friendly Beaches reaching 14, 13 in Smithton, Low-Head, Ouse and Friendly Beaches, and just 6 degrees in Lyowini. Low-level cloud can be seen over the west and south of the state today, with mostly clear skies persisting into the afternoon about the northeast. Across the country, low cloud can be seen over the southern coasts, with high-level cloud cutting across central Australia. A cold front can be seen moving over the Tasman Sea. Tomorrow's chart shows the high centre over western New South Wales, but still dominant over much of the country. The cold front to the west moves over the Southern Ocean, but extends a trough over the west of Western Australia. West to northwesterly winds, 15 to 25 knots tomorrow. And there is a strong wind warning current for western coastal waters from Southeast Cape to Sandy Cape. Hobart, partly cloudy and 16 tomorrow, 15 and showers for Dover and Ouse. Possible light showers and 17 in Launceston, Devonport 16 and 15 in Scottsdale. Burnie and Stanley 15 with showers tomorrow and 14 in Strawn. And in the east, partly cloudy and 17 in St Helens and Swansea and cloudy and 13 in Ross. Looking on to Tuesday now, showers about the west and north extending statewide during the afternoon. Showers about the north and west on Wednesday. And on Thursday, showers about the west and far south. 23 in Perth tomorrow, Adelaide 18, partly cloudy in Melbourne and Brisbane and 34 in Darwin. And currently Hobart 11 and partly cloudy and Launceston and Devonport both 9 degrees and clear. That's the weather tonight, and Rach, I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day.
Thank you very much. I did. I was very spoiled, and I got to share the day with my little son Rupert, who turned 8. So a big happy birthday to him. Well, it was also a special first Mother's Day for these people. Not people, sorry, 3 newborn baby baboons. They were welcomed at Sydney Zoo to first-time mums. The trio haven't been named yet, but are settling in nicely to their new home. And Smudge the dingo also welcomed a litter of 5 pups. Well, that's all your news for now. Thank you so much. A big happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe and good night.